please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. Hey everybody, so we are back for another video in my favorite series where I look at my favorite players currently on each NHL team by position and create a line of those favorite players. So moving on now to the Western Conference. We finished up the Eastern Conference yesterday, so we are moving on to the West, and we are going to start with the defending Stanley Cup champions, the St. Louis Blues. So today we'll be looking at my favorite Blues players. So before we begin, I just ask that you please hit that subscribe button if you are new, and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, as that greatly helps out the channel. But let's get right into it here, looking at my favorite St. Louis Blues, starting at left wing, where my pick is Alexander Steen. I absolutely love Alex Steen. Been in the league for a long time now. Obviously, started with Toronto and then was traded to St. Louis, and now has been with the Blues for I don't even know how long at this point. Quite some time. But a really cool player, very good player for a long time. Never that like elite superstar or anything like that, but just a really good, hardworking player, middle of your lineup type guy for a long time with St. Louis. He's certainly one of the best veterans on the Blues team and a huge piece of that group. So Alex Steen, favorite left wing. At center we have Brayden Schenn. So he came over from Philadelphia in the Jori Lehtera deal, which worked out fantastic for St. Louis. Brayden Schenn's an awesome player. I love his style of play. I loved him in Philadelphia when he first came into the league. Well, he was LA property first and then Philadelphia, but he really came up with Philadelphia. I've always loved Brayden Schenn. I love his style of play. He's, plays with that reckless abandon. He's not afraid to get physical. He can fight. He's really fun to watch. Obviously a very good player as well. He's developed into a top 6 center in the NHL, and is somebody who can put up, 60 points in a season. And still play that physical role, still kind of bring that edge to his game, have that little bit of a chip on his shoulder and attitude. I've always been a huge Brayden Schenn fan, and that obviously continues. At right wing, we have Vladimir Tarasenko. He just one of the best goal scorers in the league. Incredibly good player. Tons of talent there. Obviously, he's been with the Blues for a number of years now. And we've kind of watched him grow into that, top-line goal-scoring winger. And unfortunately missed most of this season with injury. But still an elite goal scorer at the NHL level. Someone who can give you 30-plus goals in, any season. And is just, really good at putting the puck in the back of the net. So Tarasenko's at right wing. On D, my favorite defenseman right now for St. Louis is Colton Parayko. Big two-way defender who can play well defensively, can also add some offense. Got an absolute rocket of a shot. Parayko is, I think, one of the more underrated young defensemen in the league. He does not get talked about the same way that guys like Zach Werenski and Charlie McAvoy and Josh Morrissey, so these other young defensemen who a lot of people are talking about and realizing how good they are. Colton Parayko is one of the best young defensemen in this league, and obviously won the cup with them last year, and he's more of that middle pair guy, I think, at this point. But I do think, as he develops and continues to grow, he's going to become a top pair defenseman. And Parayko is really good. Second favorite D-man on the Blues is Vince Dunn, another younger guy. Just really good, fun player to watch. Can kind of surprise you a little bit with how physical he is and how much he's not afraid to get involved physically. Again, I love players like that. Makes the game so much more exciting. Brings a good amount of offense to the game as well from the back end. So he's someone who can score. He can make plays. He's a good skater, and he's just all around a really good young defenseman to watch, and someone that I really like. Finally, in goal, we have Jordan Binnington. Just unreal what Binnington did last season. Another great season this year. So, there was a lot of talk after, the St. Louis's run last year as to whether, Binnington was really that level of goaltender or if he just had a really hot stretch and the Blues took advantage of it. I think this season we saw that Jordan Binnington is that level of goaltender. He's one of my top 3 Vezina candidates this year. I think he was absolutely outstanding this season. I think him, Tuukka Rask, and Andrei Vasilevsky are probably my top 3 for the Vezina Trophy this season. He was phenomenal, and the great play from Jordan Binnington continued from last season into this year. He is the real deal. He's a great goaltender, and I really like him a lot, and he's been outstanding for the Blues. So there we have it, guys. Those are my favorite St. Louis Blues by position. At left wing, we have Alex Steen. At center, Braden Shen. On right wing, Vlad Tarasenko. On D, we have Colton Parayko and Vince Dunn. And in goal, Jordan Binnington. So those are my favorites for the defending Stanley Cup champions. Very, very good team, obviously, and quite a few players that I really, really like. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.